live, but I'm gonna make it where they can't hear us yet.
I'm telling you, nobody couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Until just then.
Well, my folks on Facebook can hear me.
Oh yeah, your folks on your people on Facebook can hear you. Nah, that's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah, because that's
fine.
yeah. That why, see, that's why you hold it. So you ready? Can
I'm
I?
ready.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it.
Cheers.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead and toast. Oh, and it's that camera right there in the middle.
Okay.
In case you want to know. Okay. So well, I got 3 more minutes left. So anything you want to just start, or you want to waste these 3 minutes on foolishness? I like to be on time. I like to be.
Because if you on time, you what?
You early.
You late.
Oh, if you on time, you late. Oh, that's that Greek stuff.
I mean,
that's that Greek.
That's
that Greek stuff. All right. Well, shoot. Let's go ahead and start. Welcome. Everybody, to Dollar Making Sense. Why I'm looking at you. To Dollar Making Sense is Wednesday, obviously, hump day. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. We're going to definitely add to it. I got Keisha Pickett Boyd Pickett. How you do it? Which one?
It's actually just Keisha Boyd, but for branding purposes, because people know me as Keisha Pickett, I say Keisha Pickett.
So you Jada Pickett Smith?
No, I'm just Keisha Boyd.
Just Keisha Boyd. Okay.
Formerly known as Keisha Pickett.
We got a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about today. We got some issues, some ISAs to address. We got some things that we're gonna talk about. But first, to those people who don't know, introduce Keisha Boyd to Keisha Pickett before you became Keisha Boyd. Tell us about Keisha Pickett. Who is Keisha Pickett? Where's she from? What she do?
Okay, so I am Keisha M. Boyd, and I am a PR professional. I consider myself a influencer. I own Pickett Public Relations Group. I operate blackandthebay.com. And recently just launched IamBoss.biz.
Oh.
Which means...
What is that?
Boss is built on self-success.
Stop it, I say.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're a boss.
Look at that.
Hey, come on now. So IamBoss.biz. Y'all go check that out.
Okay.
So I am originally from Hawkinsville, Georgia, which is like this big, near Macon and Perry and Warner Robins. I'm a military brat.
Oh.
So I actually...
That explains some things.
Yeah. I actually finished high school in the DMV area.
Oh, for those who don't know, DMV, that's D.C., Maryland, Virginia.
Yes,
that's what that stands for.
Yes, the DMV. And went to Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University on the 7 of the highest hills in Tallahassee, Florida. I am a proud Rattler, was born a Rattler, gonna die a Rattler. If y'all don't know about that Rattler spirit, just... Okay. Did I get I went too far?
For those of you who don't know what Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, that's FAMU.
That's FAMU.
That's FAMU.
It's not just. It is the FAMU, the one you've heard all about.
FAMU.
Right.
FAMU. Okay.
I am a proud graduate from the School of Journalism with a public relations degree, and I'm also a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Hey, sorors. Yes. And most recently, I'm the proud wife of Chance Boyd and the mother of Honor C. Boyd.
Oh, everybody say, oh.
Yes. Miss my pumpkin.
How old is he?
He's 1.5.
Oh, what? See, new parents. That's like folk that's newly married. How long you been married? A year and 2 months?
No. Let's be very, very clear.
It's the same.
1, I can deal with 1. 1.5. Okay, after 2, I'm not being like 2.5. But what I don't like is parents be like, oh, he's 27 months and 3 weeks. Just say he 2.
He 2.
I don't have time to calculate these months.
Yeah,
right?
that's a little extra. That's slightly a little extra. That's just a little too much. Like, we understand you a parent. It ain't that big a deal.
28 months.
Saying
I don't know what that is.
Saying about 130 months, he ain't gonna like you no more anyway.
Right, just
you're doing all this for no reason. Tell us a little bit about PR. Most people know very little about PR, what it stands for.
So PR stands for public relations.
Okay.
And I am tasked with increasing exposure for my clients, publicity, securing interviews, media opportunities for them. I have done, events for them as well, where we invite certain people out that they want to kind of connect with, and just building their network around them. So branding, marketing, PR, all that good stuff is what I do within Pickett Public Relations Group.
So PR is
Yes.
like I remember you and I had this conversation. You say it's like it's marketing you pay for.
Marketing you pay for.
That's pretty much what PR is. So
Well, no. PR and marketing are sisters, right? Or we real close cousins. But marketing is what you pay for. PR is what you pray real hard for, right?
Oh.
Because
hence the
you
P
know,
and the R.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, simply because if you get a good PR piece, people will accept that as a little more credible than you purchasing a big ad on the front of the paper. It's like,
Anybody could have did that.
You know, yeah. But somebody who I trust as a credible journalist is telling me about who you are. I trust that person. And,
Okay.
and, you know, so that's the difference between, you know, that I tell my clients real easy for them to understand. You can pay for that front page, but if I can get you that front page off merit, it's better.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So to someone looking for a good PR professional or to someone interested in going into PR, just answer those two questions for me. What should someone expect to pay for somebody like yourself? And also, what should someone looking to get into PR, what kind of things do they need to keep in mind, or should they, etc.?
So pay the price you pay for a publicist or a PR firm, it varies because it depends on what you want. Some people want just a la carte services. Some people want a full out campaign. It can go from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, depending on who you are.
A month, right? Yeah, I heard that. A month, a month, a mortgage. Okay, I get it.
Hey, it is the price of doing business. And it just depends on what you want, right? And then for someone that is getting into PR or thinking about getting into PR, there are a few things that you must possess. And that has to be natural if you're going to be a true publicist and PR person. You have to have a personality. You must be an extrovert, okay? Meaning you.
I'm gonna write that on the screen when I edit.
Yes.
Along with the definition, I'm put the definition down there too.
You have to be able to work with people. You have to be able to work the crowd. When you are calling these reporters and people that don't know you from a can of paint, you have got to be able to catch their attention somehow.
Okay.
And most of the time, it's all about personality and building that relationship. So being able to network, get out, meet people, not afraid to just be in a room by yourself without knowing anybody and getting to know everybody in the room.
Yeah, that's
some good stuff, right?
Okay. So no shy people.
Oh no, I mean, people who are shy can be in PR, but usually they're behind the scenes, writing or something. You know,
they taking pictures and writing press releases.
But if you're going to be in the forefront and brand yourself, then you have got to be able to get out there and be seen.
Okay, well, good. That's so that's pretty much Keisha boy. And last thing before we move on, what is the plan for Boss Biz? Like, what's the vision for that? We know what? We kind of get out and give a brief idea of Black in the Bay as well.
Okay.
For people don't know Black in the Bay.
So blackinthebay.com is just what it is, right? If you are Black and you live in the Bay, that's what it is. I started that effort, probably over a decade now.
Woo.
With like 50 people on an email list. Because I was like, I can't find other Black
people. I was one of them.
I know, right? I was like, I can't find other young Black people to just hang out with and just... I was like, somebody else has to be having this problem. So now we're at like 10,000 people that gets our email and newsletters and stuff. Okay. So, which is good, you know.
That's
it's not
progress.
bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
So, and it's a pretty organic type of growth, and I love it that way. We took a little hiatus, but now we're back blogging and doing some great things, and we have some great events coming up. So if you guys like to horseback ride and do some adventurous things in Tampa, Black in the Bay is going to be your place to be to do it.
Okay.
All right.
It's not only for Black people, though. I just want to.
I mean, it's not only for Black people, but I'm just saying. blackinthebay.com. It is a site that unites professional, young, or adult African American professionals in the Bay Area. If a friend wants to come and tag along and be the minority, they can. I'm just what?
Boss Biz.
Why you do that? Okay, so I am Boss.
You are Boss. Okay.
I am Boss.
That's the website. I am Boss.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all look that up. I am boss.biz. Okay.
And it's just what it says. As an entrepreneur, you know, we hear the word anyway, just as boss. I'm a boss. I'm like, man, you know, got to put some meaning to this. And I'm like built on self-success. And this is not nothing like crazy new, right? You've seen it before. I just wanted to take it to a official level.
Okay.
So I am boss.biz. We have apparel like shirts and shirts and mugs and bags, but we also feature business owners. And not just business owners. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be a boss. You can be a boss in the corporate world.
That's true.
I don't care how you're getting your boss on. I want to know about you as long as you're doing your boss thing. So whether it's in the corporate world, whether it's on the business side, the entrepreneurial side, we're just looking to recognize and really bring exposure to those who are doing great things in different industries.
Okay, that's
So,
what's up.
yeah.
That's very important. That's definitely something that in education, I know you dabbled in education for
Oh,
a good
yeah, I
little
love
minute.
education.
That's definitely something that I have an issue with, that I want to see more of.
Yeah.
I think exposure is hurting kids, not
Yeah.
being exposed to different professions, especially people that look like them.
Yep.
And something like that could definitely, as you highlight, because I have something that I work on. It's called White Collar Cool, and it's kind of along the same lines, because a lot of kids don't see 9 to 5 people as being cool.
Yeah.
And that's our fault, because most 9 to 5 people don't look happy. Most of y'all look miserable. And so little Johnny is like,
wanna do that.
why would I want to be you? Like, look at you. You don't be you. And so that's when I came up with that called White Collar Cool, and that's actually the goal. So we'll talk about
Love
that.
that.
White Collar Cool, you like that?
Cool,
You know the cool is with a K,
yeah.
right?
With a K.
You know,
Oh my God.
you know the cool's got a K in it. Just, it's
saying.
yeah. It was either the collar or the cool. I had one of
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
couldn't. So anyway, good to hear about that, Keisha boy. Now we're gonna get into the goings on in life. So first, let's start with you being a journalist. Let's go start with something serious first.
Okay.
Let's talk about your sister, as in fellow black female, Jemele Hill. As you all know, she's one of the co-anchors for ESPN's The 6 at 6 p.m. on ESPN Sports Center. So it's SC6, her and Michael Smith. She recently, make a long story short, went on Twitter and called President Trump everything but a child of Jesus that sit on the front row. Racist, bigot, white nationalists, etc., etc., etc. Now, we know what she did. I want your opinion on whether or not ESPN should keep her, but more importantly, from a PR standpoint, I want to ask you, do you think it's appropriate for companies to hold employees to standards based on what they do on social media, on their own personal time? Do you think it's okay for companies to be able to reprimand us for things we do on social media?
You know, it's such a fine line.
It really is, because I went and read ESPN's contract and the description, and it's from Disney.
Yeah.
Because Disney owns ESPN.
Right.
So it was very interesting. But
What did it say?
Well, it said that if you are a journalist, everything you do on social media is an extension of your job as a journalist for our company. So anything you say on social media should be relative to your persona as a journalist, i.e., if you're a sports journalist, then I shouldn't see nothing on your social media that isn't related to sports. If you do, then it need to be in a journalistic type of way, not opinion-based.
Correct. So, and still, it's a very, very fine line.
Mm-hmm.
As a publicist and someone in PR, I respect Jemele Hill
Uh-huh.
and her opinion.
Uh-huh.
I think she's entitled to it.
I hit a disclaimer.
No. However, it is true. You are an extension of your place of, especially when you're on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying she should apologize for it. I think that she should stand by what she said and believes.
She did.
And that's good. I would too.
No, she apologized.
Did she?
Yeah. You got to read the apology.
Yeah, I got to read the
You
apology.
got to read the apology.
But I think that, of course, the publicist at ESPN, it was like, you going to apologize. You have to. Right? But
so there is a publicist at ESPN
Of
that probably
course.
went to her.
Oh,
So
it's a
there's a
crisis.
Keisha Boyd that
it's
said,
like 10 of them,
oh,
for sure.
oh, wow, okay.
Because they have
Olivia
to control,
Pope out there.
They have to control those type of things.
Okay.
But the thing that I think about with Jemele Hill, right? I think about Jemele Hill, and then I think about a Shannon Sharp. Shannon is very outspoken. All the time. Ain't no sugarcoating. he says what he wants to say, and he says how he feels.
He does.
But how does that differ? How does that differ?
His contract, maybe?
That's what I'm same company, right?
No, he works for.
Oh no, he's
with Fox Sports.
He's with Fox Sports, but
Yeah.
still, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that people should have their own opinions about things. They're still human, but at the same time, as on a professional side, that's my human side, right?
Yeah.
On my professional side, I also understand that that's a PR nightmare for someone working in the communication side to have to go and clean that up because you're a public figure within our company. You know.
So why or should they fire her?
No, I don't think they should fire her. And I might be biased. I might be a little biased. But no, I don't think they should fire her because she's not perfect. People make mistakes.
That wasn't no.
Okay, not mistakes.
I'm going to say, mistake is me accidentally knocking over this drink
right.
and messing up your
she
shoes.
intentionally did that.
That's a mistake. She typed and hit send.
I understand that. Maybe she, you know. No, I don't think they should fire her in her era of judgment and taking.
Is this the FAMU degree talking? No, emphasis on HBCU FAMU talking.
Black woman
want
to see her win talking.
That's what it is.
I'm just saying. I'm not speaking on the PR side, but even still, if I were working at ESPN, if she apologized, she did what she's supposed to. How many times do people make or say things that they're not supposed to say and they have to apologize for it?
And that's why I'm gonna disagree with you.
Know?
I will go on record and say if ESPN is going to stick to their policy, then yes, she should be fired. If they're going to stick to the letter of the law, then she kind of should be fired because they once fired other people in the past for saying similar things. This isn't a situation where she let the N-word slip and said nigga on TV. Like, this ain't that. She didn't accidentally. This isn't a situation where you mistakenly use some words that can be twisted. Ain't no way to twist bigot, white nationalists, et cetera. There's no way to twist racist. She said that, and she meant it.
Yeah.
Like, there was no the issue. What I saw was interesting in one of the articles I read. They said because of her actual style of job, being that she's a host, and they kind of have now infused pop culture. I mean, when you look at the set, there's pictures of Bob Marley in the background. There are all sorts of non-athletic people going on. Yeah. So they've kind of opened the door indirectly to allow their
other things besides sports.
Allow sports to be discussed. And once you do that, you now then allow her to be able to voice her opinion. The problem is the people who watch ESPN that don't agree with her that are now no longer going to watch, subscribe, or support to ESPN. So as a business, how do you keep her knowing she's now costing you money?
I mean,
I want the professional. Leave the personal out of this. We need to learn how to separate the two.
Yeah,
and that's something we need to teach our kids as well. There's a difference between your professional behavior and your personal life.
And I get that. I mean, professionally, like you said, if it's a letter of the law, then they have to do what they have to do. Unfortunately. But I'm not going to agree and say they should fire her.
Okay.
I just don't.
That's fine.
I just don't think they should.
And you're allowed to have biased opinions?
No. I don't think they should fire her because, I mean, no. Maybe if the president, no.
Okay.
But since he not, no.
All right. Okay. You're entitled. You're entitled to sip your wine and have your.
Because if we could fire the president on some of the stuff he says, come on now.
He be gone already.
What?
Okay. Now let me ask you. Let's moving on to another aspect. This wasn't in the show, but I'm gonna throw it in there because you're such a big fan. Let's talk a little bit about Issa. Y'all clearly know I love me some Insecure.
Hella black. Hella black. Hella proud.
I mean, Insecure is the good show, but talk to me about her as Issa Rae, the young black female, what she's doing, what she's standing for. Talk to me about what do you think about her? Why do you like her?
I freaking love everything about Issa Rae. Like, I love, even on Sunday at the Emmys when they asked her, hey, Issa, who are you rooting for tonight? And she was like, oh, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. She's like, I am.
Unapologetically.
She looked at the publicist like, what? I am. It's just, but I love that about her. That she's not afraid to say that. Like, I'm for everybody black. I don't have to know them. Don't have to know what show they. I ain't never watched the show. Go you. You know what I mean? Like, because you're black. That's what we doing. Like, but I love her because she is unapologetic. And I think that she certainly takes some topics and really lays them just out. Like, that we deal with as people, not and it's not even as just black people, but as a young adult culture with sex and relationships and feeling secure about ourselves and messing up and like she just her show really like you can relate. I don't know one person who's watched that show who can't relate, who doesn't have a Molly.
One person under 35. Let's
35.
Let's put it in perspective. One person under 35.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. One person under 35 because I think the people, my mama and your mama and them, they lived in a different world. They lived in a different world.
They're not with that.
And literally with the TV show, a different world. We was babies though. They was actually maybe. You was a baby.
Okay.
We was babies.
But anyway, I think Issa will have longevity if she keeps her stuff fresh and relative, because even down to the last show when they were showing how Inglewood is now Iowood.
Not that gentrification.
Hello.
That gentrification.
It's real to feel. And I was like, dang, I used to live out there. And they just turned. It's real.
They're doing the same thing in Miami. They're doing a lot. Well, I'm in the hood from Miami, from Liberty City area. A lot of their apartment complexes that I ain't never seen before that are starting to be built up now. 54th Street, I drove down. I was like, what is this? I ain't never seen nothing like that.
It's mighty nice.
Different. Very different. They're different.
But yeah, so things like that and hitting on topics that are happening every day and things that are going on. I think she's a force to be reckoned with within the entertainment industry. And just as a young black woman in this industry, allowing, basically giving a voice to people who don't otherwise, or she's not afraid to put the mess out there. Because it's a mess now.
A lot of it.
It's a lot of mess.
It's a lot of
It's a lot of mess.
I'm going here. It's a lot of mess.
It's a lot of mess. And not just on Issa and the woman's part.
No.
But the men too.
Oh, so tell me about Lawrence. Talk to me about Lawrence.
Now. No, you talk to me about Lawrence.
I can't relate to Lawrence. I've never been Lawrence. I can't. I hate. Let me tell you, my favorite line is this: I can't speak for dumb brothers because I ain't never been one, and I can't speak for ugly niggas. I ain't never been one of them either. Ones, I can't speak for ugly ones. For emotional, I can't speak for them. And like he did some stuff that I totally don't like. How he blew up with her when he was
on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk. Dog, that's so lame. Like, I would never do anything like that. Then how he got all in his feelings about the new chick.
Adorna.
First of all, he messed up. You supposed to keep her. He messed up. To keep her? And I'm glad you asked that, because it has nothing to do with how she looks. That's not it. But you could tell she was ride or die. She was down for the cause, but she also had standards, and she also knew what she would and would not stand for. And I respect when she got out the car and said, "Oh no," because you listen to what she said. She said, "Oh no, I've been through this already. Put me out now." And I respect her, and that's because she gonna keep you. She gonna help you stay in line, but she gonna always still be supportive. But when you start flying off at the hip because you are insecure in your see, I can't relate to them kind of dudes. I ain't never been like, I don't know, with the low like that. I mean, everybody had their moments, but not to the point where I just was so, oh, who you texting? Ugh, what's so funny over there? Like, what? Cats really do that? Like, man, I'm sorry you had to deal with them before you met me. It's so bad. So horrible.
Red, I'm gonna pray for you. That's mess. But no, Lawrence.
Would you stay with a man for 5 years, no job? Talk about it.
No.
I got about 2 more minutes with this topic.
Not ambition. No job. No. He got to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be able to support something, brother. And everybody has their moment.
He had an app.
No. I'm not. I am very supportive of. I am not a dream killer. We gonna be going toward this dream. This dream got to be picking up some steam, though, right? Uh-huh. We dream with some goals and some action behind it. I'm with that, but we can't be just dreaming. Like, we got to put some action behind that thing. Now he was rightfully, she cheated. And I remember you said on Facebook that you can deal with your girl cheating on you because I ain't the first to get it. I'm cool. But I can't be with you because I can't trust you.
Trust you.
That's the bottom line.
I put that on Facebook because I've dealt with that. I've accepted somebody after they cheated on me. But the trust is
so you knew it wasn't going to go nowhere, really.
No,
you
boy.
can trust them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've learned that because of that situation. So I can understand. I can understand someone wanting to accept someone back because of an infidelity. Ain't no such thing as a mistake when you cheat. But you cheated, but you wanted to cheat. You ain't.
In it.
Don't just. She was just laying there with her mouth open. That don't happen. No. So you definitely. I can understand. Oh, not Easter with the eye on the hand. No. Oh my God! Please don't do that. So I can definitely understand him wanting to. But I know women like to say, well, a man can't accept a woman cheating, but a woman can accept a man, which is gonna lead us to our next topic on Kevin Hart. But I posted this video on IG. Go on my Instagram and look. I posted this video a while back. You a fool. You accept somebody who cheated on you, you a damn fool. I was at the barbershop yesterday and the brothers was like, man, cheating can strengthen a relationship. I looked at him. I said, nigga, what? I say, the woman you would believe that too? I say, boy, you better keep that sucker. Because you got you a double.
What?
You got you one of them.
Did he explain that?
I ain't want to hear that.
I would have just wanted to hear his logic.
I ain't trying to understand crazy.
What?
I'm done trying to understand. Thank you, Steve Bennett. I'm done with trying to understand crazy. I'm not. But he in a relationship and he was dead serious, and that's stupid. That's beyond stupid. If somebody they ass.
Yes.
Like you don't stay. Lawrence was stupid. He should have left the moment. Should she have cheated? No.
Right.
But he should have left.
Yeah.
Instantly. Like, and that should have been the end of it. There is no going back, and there's no hard feelings. Because I'm not leaving you because I hate you. I'm leaving you because I can no longer trust you.
Right.
And you have to leave it there. Because once you add all those negative emotions into it, you're giving someone power over you. And I'm too arrogant to give anybody
anything
dominion. And you ain't getting dominion over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love me a little too much.
I got it.
You ain't getting dominion over here, so no. So keeping with the cheating thing, let's go to the little man, the little comedian. The little comedian. So if you've been under a rock, you missed out that so Kevin Hart he didn't get caught. He snitched on himself before the video came out of him cheating on his current pregnant wife, who he got bashing her while he was with his old wife. His first wife. Yeah. So he's married to the side piece from his first marriage, who he's just now been caught cheating on.
Karma's a bitch.
That's all you got to say? Next subject.
No, it is. I think, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I have always, and old people have told me this, you get with a man as his side piece, what the hell you think he gonna do to you? You think you gonna change him?
Stop. It's somebody that's a side piece right there. That was a side piece. That's now the main. Don't do that. You ruining lives.
I'm telling you what was told to me.
Ain't nobody gonna say grandma wrong.
Right. My grandma has told me plenty of things. I can tell you a whole bunch. Like, baby, ask him for $10. If he pull it out slow, don't mess with him. He's stingy. Dead, I'm for real. Baby, don't let him put his shoes under your bed if he ain't putting no groceries on the table.
Oh, church.
Hello. Thank you, Grandma.
I heard Grandma say one. I can't remember who said it, but it was a dry coochie and a empty pocketbook don't mix, or
hello.
What is it? No, it's mix. That's old.
That's Grandma Bertha that said that. Listen, I'm just saying, like, no, she doesn't deserve it, regardless. Because if you enter into a marriage, regardless of how you got there, whatever y'all did before that, you agreed that it was just the two of you, and you are in this holy union for each other.
Okay.
So regardless if she was a side piece and she wasn't right then, and he wasn't either.
Okay.
But the expectation is that we're going to be committed to each other.
Now let's talk about that. Okay. You really think? Because she already came out and said she's sticking by her man.
Oh, well, they were spotted today, of course, conveniently.
Yeah. So
PR move.
you think she know what she signed up for, right? I'm asking you. I feel like she knew she took a married man. She got to know that she's signing up for him to still be a hoe. Just don't get caught. From the couple people I done talked to, that's what they all said. They said she knew tutti fruiting, but they had an agreement. Hey.
So you think they had a private, open marriage? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, of course. You can't marry somebody that you took from somebody else and expect them to be faithful, especially when he rich. He's flying everywhere at all times. He's barely ever with you because he got to go out and make this money. What do you think he doing in the hotel room? Like, what do you think he doing?
I believe that a man can be faithful.
I didn't say that. A man couldn't be faithful.
Even if he was a cheater before. I'm not saying he can't change. I believe that now. I do believe that. It's unlikely. Okay.
Hope.
It's hope. You can have hope. I still believe that if you take that vow, that you should stick to it. And it's hard to say that you shouldn't believe in the person that you vow to love forever and be with. But you can't be dumb either and not expect for it to happen, especially if you know you were part of the happenings of it.
You know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
You know what you signed up for. Right. And so that's what I think. Now, as for, if you saw, but the stripper that he was with has came out as a model and an actress.
Right.
With her super high powered.
That almost looks like
lawyer. But with her her lawyer is the daughter of the lady who had Tiger Woods. Lawyer. Yeah. So she already know what time it is. So
Cha-ching.
My question is, why does she get a lawyer though? Like, what does she need a lawyer for? She claims that she didn't put the video out, and the lawyer said today, we're gonna fight that video out. Who put this video out? Why she got a lawyer?
She has a lawyer, one, because her character is being defamed. Her character, she's being slandered in the media.
Okay.
So, at the end of the day, she'll probably try to sue him, of course, because she's being labeled as something that she is not.
Okay.
And it's libel, and it's slander against her good name. So that's why she has a lawyer. Because they're going to split 60-40. On this Monty. So we about to get.
So eventually it is going to be a lawsuit against Kevin Hart.
I think so.
Yeah. So you think it was if you would have been his publicist, would you have told Kevin Hart to come out ahead of time once he found out about video? Like
no,
he did?
I would not. Of course, the video, it was a publicist move to say, go ahead, do this. Now, they were also saying that the reason why he did this big hurricane relief thing was to kind of cover it up, right? Mm-hmm. And people do that. Like when I work with athletes, I tell them all the time, we got to get off the field stuff going. We got to get you in the community, blah, 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 blah. And I used to tell them, and I used to compare and say, hey, if a Warwick Dunn, a Derek Brooks, God forbid they did something crazy, guess what's going to happen the next day? It's going to go away.
Yeah.
It's going to disappear. Mm-hmm. And people are going to forgive them. You know why? Because they do so much good.
Work done and gave away so many houses.
They do so much good that people are like, they're human. It happened. We forgive you. Like, for real. It's like a cushion, right? But I'm just saying, I use them all the time as examples because you see athletes and entertainers getting in crap all the time, and all people know them for is flashy money and doing this and that. All they're gonna say is, I knew.
Yeah.
They can never say, oh man, he was such a great guy, and he does this and that, and so I think that, although the publicist or whomever said today that the relief efforts had nothing to do with this video, and hopefully it didn't. But I don't think that I would have had him to publicly go out with that video, because if Onika is gonna stay with him, then they would have been a force together to fight those rumors or whatever. And I don't know. They could have. I mean, it could have been played several ways. But if he, I didn't see the tape.
Oh, Nika.
Oh, Nico.
Oh, Nico.
What's her name? Nico.
Whatever her name
Okay,
is.
his wife.
His wife.
Okay, yeah, his wife. But I probably wouldn't have had him do
His
that.
side piece wife.
Right. I wouldn't have had him probably do no apology video before it came out.
Yeah.
And if they did do a video, it would have been with his wife beside him if they're gonna stay together.
That's true.
You appear with
You
her.
appear with her,
and
like Kobe,
exactly.
like everybody else did.
Everybody
Everybody, you
wife
sit there,
with
you
so-
hold your hand with her new ring on,
and just keep it moving.
and you keep it moving. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just like this with marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell your friends and family, oh, my wife did this and she did that, or my husband did this, they gonna stay mad.
Yeah.
But then when y'all over it, they still mad. So you keep people out your business.
That's why you
right?
don't tell people nothing.
That's right.
That's why you do not. If you need to talk to somebody about your marriage, you talk to a professional or somebody who you don't never see or somebody who don't know your spouse.
Yep.
You do not talk about your spouse to people who know your spouse.
Yes.
Or people who got to deal with your spouse.
They will hold it over their
They
head.
gonna hold it against them. They gonna treat them different.
Yep.
And then your spouse gonna know something going on. Then you gonna have a problem. Another problem on your hand. Now your marriage ruined. Now you somebody's side piece.
Right.
See how that just trickles down.
Yeah.
So last question about Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Is this going to affect
His brand.
his career and his brand
I
going
think so.
forward? Or because I know, I hate to say it, most brothers ain't gonna give two shits about Kevin, about what he did. Nah. We more mad that his last special was trash. Because I went to that last movie he had in Philadelphia at the stadium.
Yeah.
That was horrible. I'm more upset about that than
Than
I
this-
am about him thoughting like it ain't nothing we didn't think he was doing anyway.
Right.
Like,
I think that people.
he making videos with his shirt off with Trey Songz. What you think he doing up there with Trey Songz? Dang, with Trey Songz, you fucking like there's no.
He can't sing. You might as well be doing something because the brother can't sing.
Thank you. So I'm just saying what.
I mean, I definitely think that it will definitely it will hurt him at the beginning until people get over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that part of seeing him with his wife and they're doing fine and the baby coming, then people will get over it. And then he's gonna make a special out of it, right?
Yeah.
Just like people used to like Martin when he fell out and was doing his thing in a little
With the
trouble.
ooh-wee.
With the ooh-wee. Like that was the funniest part of his routine. It was hilarious. And so while this is no joking manner,
It's finna be.
it will be some
And-
comedy routine.
And her options are you stay with him
Or you get your bags and purses and put them on the yard sale and get your money.
and get your
Is there a prenup?
and get your. Of course, there's a prenup, but it
Is
don't matter.
it?
She got a baby.
She has a baby. That's right.
A baby is like a prenup breaker.
it is.
That breaks a prenup,
It
man,
does.
because that guarantees you money for 18 years
At least.
At least, and it's the lifestyle of the father.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just you
We
get
are-
more
20, which ain't really a lot of money. I saw somebody, my shout out to Tony Lowe because she's like the best.
Tony Lowe.
You know Tony, right?
I don't
No?
know.
Okay. What's up, Corporate T?
Corporate T.
Tony was like, it ain't like he giving her Diddy money, you know?
Yeah, nah.
The 20,000 ain't Diddy money.
Nah.
But
Diddy dropping about 70 bands a month,
you know.
and ain't thinking about it.
Ain't thinking about it. Don't even miss it.
He don't even notice it's
He
gone.
don't even notice it's gone.
He get Cassie more than that to play with. So stank.
But I said it might hurt him a little bit in the beginning, especially for the women out here who are fans and respected him. And that my rib, who done got a McRib, like, come on, dude. And now you done cheated on your rib and broke her rib. Like
That's who I think. I think y'all the ones that's really hurt.
Oh no, we hurt.
I think y'all laughing like he's so stupid. Why
Well,
you?
he is dumb. But when
y'all are hurt.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
are-
y'all are looking.
because you disrespected us.
Y'all are looking for just like a man
to stand
to
just be righteous.
be there. You know,
What we're supposed to
do it,
do.
yeah, As soon as y'all do what the hell y'all supposed to do. But anyway, so we gonna come back and we gonna keep it. We gonna go to the next topic, which leads us to the last topic and the main topic of the night. In 2017, we mentioned it earlier. This ain't our parents' time. This not our grandparents' time. Times have changed.
Yeah.
So let's define a good man in 2017 because some things are different. the roles are changing, are blending a little, because women can get out here and make. I put that in my book. It's different when my grandma got married because that could survive is on a dual income. You had to get married. Women couldn't get the kind of jobs that y'all can get now. So you kind of needed that male support financially, unless you just was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Nowadays, a lot of women, although the financial gap, pay gap is not totally out here making good money. My wife became an RN recently, and she started out at what it took me, or what it would take a teacher with no master's degree 10 years to get to. Excuse me. And she started out first paycheck. So with that being different, how are we defining a good man in 2017 in more contemporary times? This is race irrelevant.
Yes, they're absolutely race irrelevant. I think that, I've talked about this on my blog with Black in the Bay a lot of times, because we have an overwhelming pool of successful, good Black women. I'm gonna get back to you on that comment though about us doing what we're supposed to do, but there is an overwhelming pool of wonderful women who are still single. I don't like the way you looking at me, Askew.
A lot of them need to read my book. That's what it sounds like. I need to go read my book.
But anyway, but I have often asked, even some of my friends, right? And I tell this story a lot. I was in a basement in Maryland with my friends, a couple of my girlfriends, one guy friend, and her dad. And, when we're young, we have this type. Oh, girl, he got to be 5'10", 6'2", and corner office, and blah, 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 no kids, and this, that, and the third.
I got one.
Athletic build, blah, 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 right? And then so my friend's dad was like, well, how has your type been working out? And we were looking stupid, right? Because we all single.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, not very well, okay? So I asked, my friends, my Black in the Bay audience, who, a lot of them are professionals, and I say, if a man comes up to you, you have a master's degree, you might even be a doctor, and maybe he just has a bachelor's, or maybe he just had a GED, and he been with Spectrum or Bright House or whatever for the last 15 years, doing all right for himself, would you talk to him?
Sound like Molly.
Right. But would you talk to him? And me, yes. As I matured, yes, I would. Before, when I was younger and, like on the superficial stuff, no.
Younger, like, give me an age. Put
like
a number on it.
25.
Oh, okay. Because you talking to some people.
Yeah, like 25.
Okay.
I was like, oh, God, no, he don't have a degree. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
But my husband don't have a degree.
Okay.
He the school of the hard knocks, straight out of the city of Detroit. Okay. But he a hustler.
All right.
He got that in him. So this entrepreneur thing, I need that because we pull and pull from each other, which is good, right? Okay. But I think that a good man it can be defined differently for different women. For me, when my husband found me, right? Get that. When my husband found me. Hashtag. Don't be down here proposing. Okay. Listen. When my husband found me, literally, like the things that I looked for and the things that gravitated me toward him, even though we had differences, we were like yin and yang as far as the backgrounds, was that I learned from him. I felt like that he could teach me things, right? I consider myself a very smart person, well-rounded, network, connected, but there were things that he knew that he could teach me. And I was like, I'm fascinated just talking to you. Not about educational this and that, but just about life, about politics, about things. He intrigued my mind. Okay. He was sexy now. He was good. Because, I mean, let's be real.
That goes without saying.
That goes without saying.
Irrelevant.
But he intrigued my mind. So I think a good man can teach you. Secondly, I trusted that he would lead me. and I could trust where he was leading me to go.
What made you believe that you could trust him to lead you? Not just trust him as far as he won't smash somebody else. I'm talking about, more importantly, trust that he could be
Lead
the
my
head of
family,
the household.
Be the head of the household.
A lot of women got a problem. In my book, I talk about that. They got a problem with stepping off that mantle.
Yeah. It's especially difficult for women these days because we are the boss in so many arenas at work, leadership positions in the community.
Very
so
true.
to come home and have to like submit, it may be difficult. And I am still that way, meaning that I have to check myself sometimes when I want to just take charge of something. And I'm like, you know what? He said he was going to take care of it. I'm going to sit down and let him take care of it. Because that's what he said he was going to do. And he does. It's just learning to just back up and that you don't have to be the boss in your house if you have a husband.
Very true. Okay.
But what made me realize that I could trust that he would lead me, just getting to know somebody over time, being in a relationship with them, watching the decisions that they make, listening to the things that they say, watching their actions, made me trust him, and knowing that I could marry him because I feel like if there were some decisions that needed to be made, some critical things that we have to take care of, he's not going to lead me to darkness.
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like much has changed, though. That seems like the same thing Grandma was looking for back in the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah.
So women making money still doesn't change the role of a man in the household, does it?
I don't think. Not in my household and not in my family, it doesn't.
So what's the big deal with women wanting men who make X amount of money? Why is that such a big thing?
I think it's situational. I think that
you think women are lazy? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Be bold about yourself.
I said.
What?
They looking for the easy road?
No, because if a woman is looking, so it depends on who you're talking about. Are you talking about somebody who just chilling and not working and just want to be taken care of?
I'm talking about women who have a man's annual salary as top 3 on their deal breakers. Talking about them women.
Yeah, I don't really relate to those women.
Okay.
I just don't, because I don't think that money makes the man. I don't think that is something that is a deal breaker.
Okay.
Because if that man is making $40,000 right now, who's to say that his next idea or his next business won't make him $40 million in 2 years?
Okay.
So I am not blinded by.
But what if he's just cool with?
He just cool with
his $40,000? What?
Okay. Now I think.
Like I want to get to. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I can't be with a complacent person.
Complacent in what?
Complacent
No, I know.
Okay.
Complacent in what aspects of life? Because there's a fine line between being happy and being complacent.
Yeah.
And you may see a complacent man where in actuality I just may be a happy man, and you're indirectly imposing your thoughts, feelings, and ambitions on me for things. I have someone I know who is perfectly happy where he is in life, has no desire to go any further in his career. He's perfectly happy with the money he makes. He's good. I know a lot of women would not be okay with that because they will see him as being complacent. They won't see him as being an ambitious man. Dude is genuinely freaking happy. Like he has no desire to move up in his career, although he could. He's got a degree, but he's good. Like, what's wrong with that? That, I think, is a major problem. Recognizing when someone is just happy and someone who is complacent, there's a difference. Because if you're complacent, you're not happy.
Correct.
If you're complacent, you don't like what you got going on.
You're right.
But if you're happy, you're like, I see them, but I'm not interested. Like,
I'm not interested in the baller lifestyle or whatever.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that it just depends on what you feel as a woman that you want. And you have to be in sync with the person that you're with. If he's happy making his $60,000 and he don't want to move up and he could be the director, but he'd rather just be, he don't want that responsibility, then that's perfectly fine. That's his call. And if you choose to be with him, then you choose to accept him where he is and how he is, and you cannot get mad when he doesn't do what you want him to do because you knew what you were getting into.
And if you want more money, your ass can go pick up Uber. I don't like that. I think that a man is, some aspects of a man won't change. The fact that women can make more money than their man should be irrelevant, because a man should not be. I am not defined by the amount of money that I make.
Agree.
Regardless of how much I do or don't make, that doesn't define me.
It's what you do with what you make.
It's what you do with what you make.
Yep.
One, but also what you just do. Period.
Yep.
Because when I'm looking at defining a man in today's society, I still see the man as the same person that my grandma. Look, damn it, I saw this on a comedy show. The man said, "Women always want to talk about equal this, equal that, but y'all want to a la carte. Y'all want to a la carte. Oh, I'll take this part of being a man, but paying for dinner. Oh, you can keep that. I'm not interested in that. I'll take this part of paying the bills, but what's that? Somebody come through the window? You can keep that. You can go." It doesn't work like that, because I'm still the man. You can make $1 million to my 30,000. Somebody come through that window, you ain't gonna get up.
Right.
You gonna
look to you.
Do you? Thank you.
Get up.
You know what I'm saying? Example the comedian gave was, if we have a vote and it's going down, the first one is and children. And children. So, y'all want to be in the room, the lady on the door, and I can kiss you, and I can kiss you away, then I think you kind of gotta take it all. If you're gonna be the woman, I've said this. Orlando said this. I really liked it when he said it. Orlando from the Freak Show. Shout out to Orlando. He said this, and I've taken it and I've kind of owned it and said it different ways. But the quote was, "You can't be the woman and the man at the same time."
I agree.
You got to pick one.
Yep.
And this is where women, once you decide to say yes to a man, because he found you, but ultimately, like I always say, women are the ones with the power. You said yes or no.
Correct.
Millions can come, but you only said yeah to one.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And she really had millions. Cause my dog that fly, she really had. But you said yes to one, and so in you saying yes, you got to know what that saying yes means. That saying yes means you're allowing me to be the head of your life and to make decisions that I feel are best upon. Because when it boils down to, in any partnership, in any business, you have partners, but usually there's one final say so.
Correct.
And
there
can be only one.
There can be only one.
Highlander said it best. There can be only one.
There can be only one, and that's true. And that's true. And you have to, and sometimes I might not agree with the decision, but I gotta flow with it.
You can voice your opinion.
I can voice my opinion, and you say thank you.
And as a man,
thank you for your opinion. Now this is what we're going to do. I respect that as a wife and as a woman, and allowing my husband to be the head of the household. I respect that, and I will do that.
And that's where, as a woman, you got to do like what you said. You got to do all your homework before you say yeah.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes women get so caught up in just wanting a man. Cause let's think about it. Like, true. We look at single women with a side eye, especially as you start aging. You got single.
Who we?
Society. Women too. Y'all look at like, damn, she still ain't got no man, bitch. What the hell? At some point, what's wrong with her? Some point, you gotta, what we said, broken pussy. Like, some point. So we look at women who ain't. You look at a single man. You look at a man at 35, a decent looking man with a decent job, blah blah. Oh, Molly, what's wrong with you? Something gotta be wrong with you, because if you're that good, some man would have chosen you. Like, men are out here not looking for wives. There are plenty of men who are looking for a wife, but those men who are looking for a wife haven't found you for a reason, and a lot of times that reason has to be something you is or ain't doing.
is or
ain't doing. That has a lot to do. That has a lot to do with it. And so if I'm a man and I'm looking for a woman, one of the things I'm looking for is a woman that's willing to allow me to lead. True. I like Beyonce said, with my ladies up in there like to talk back. I like a hood girl. I like a girl that's gonna talk back a little bit. Give me that. I need a little bit of that in my life. That's why I married my boo. I like talk back. Some of that hood. I need some of that in my life. Give me a little of that. I need yeah. Some of that public education. But my foot go down. That all needs to cease. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying you got to be whatever kind of food you like. No,
absolutely.
Not interested in that at all.
Yes, women.
Because I need to talk about, so I go through my decisions to make sure that I'm making the right decision.
Right.
If you're just saying yeah, then I might be wrong. How the hell?
Correct.
No, I need you to say, well, what I do, blah 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 blah. You know what? You're right. Hush. Let your husband take care of it.
Yeah.
And do that. And
nobody, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's you want somebody with a backbone. You want somebody that's going to be your partner in life. And partners discuss things. Yeah. Way, and that's it. When I say I let my husband lead, it's just what you said. We have a conversation. He says, what do you think about this? I voice my opinion. He thinks about it. And then he says, okay, honey, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And I say, okay, cool. I know that he's processed it. Mm-hmm. He's taken what I feel in consideration, and this is what he thinks is best.
And I think now that's something else that women have to take in mind. If a man, step one, he has to take your opinion into consideration. Yep. But him not agreeing with your opinion don't mean he didn't take it into consideration.
Correct.
That just means he don't agree with it.
Correct.
Like, and you have to accept that. Mm-hmm. That yes, sometimes what you say ain't gonna be what goes.
Correct.
And
sometimes we're not right.
And sometimes, what?
Sometimes
I hope your husband is watching, because I know he probably ain't never heard you say that.
You're probably right. No, I mean, for real. Like, sometimes we do, and I'm talking about myself.
Okay,
I don't know
speak
about
on it.
Y'all out there in Facebook land and in social media land. But I'm talking about me. I can sometimes, because I am assertive and I am, I make decisions all the time in business and all that stuff. But sometimes I'm just not right, and I don't know that I'm not right until he points it out and says, "Baby, look, this, that, and the third." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get that." You got it all day long and twice on Sundays. I was wrong. You were right. And I don't have a problem with saying that.
I think the key for a man, and I've noticed this about a lot of married men. I've DJ'd hundreds of weddings. All married men, they usually say something to the extent of 99.9% of the time, my wife is going to get whatever she want, how she want it, whenever she want it. He said, but that 1%, when my foot come down, like there's no discussion. Like that's the end of it. And part of the reason why they don't fight the other 99 is because when they make decisions on important stuff, like there shouldn't be any backlash. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I haven't taken your thing into consideration, but I've made the decision that we are doing, and that's why it has to be understanding. Right. The vows are serious. Like when you say yes, I do. But you better definitely understand
what I do mean.
What you saying I do too.
Like sometimes
they take it out of context. No, man. It did. Do you what is it? Honor, obey, hit it twice, once a day. What is that? That's not in.
That ain't.
Maybe I had wrote my own.
That's your own.
I wrote my own
vibe. But ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Keep that thing moving. We can do things like that because we're married. Kind of okay.
And that's what separates Beyonce. And that's what I was going to say earlier, last point. That's what separates Beyonce, why she gets away with some of the things she gets away with, because she has a man. Not only she got no man, because a lot of y'all got men, she got a husband. You got a man, you just got somebody you with. You got a husband, you got a man that has chose you to be with him. That's a major difference. I hope I got that on tape, because that sounded great.
Okay.
I need to send that. But that's why she get away with, and she don't get looked at the way she do, because she got a husband that's right there, that supports what she do, that's writing her lyrics, or whatever the case may be, that's supporting her career. He's right there, and everybody knows he's right there. So she gets a pass on doing a lot of things that a lot of single women couldn't get away with. They would be called this, that, negative, and whatnot. because they single and because they ain't got no man in their life. So that's interesting.
It is.
Kind of a double standard.
It definitely is.
But I think y'all do it to each other. Like I said, y'all look at each other, but why ain't got no man? What's wrong with you?
Listen.
Why you ain't got no man? Can we talk about that?
I don't ask, and I have a lot of single friends, and I certainly don't. I asked my friend this not too long ago, actually, because as we get older, I think as we get older and you're single, you start to kind of maybe not worry or question. I'm just gonna say that, right? And I said, well, are you worried that you are single, don't have any children, that you are going to be, are you, and her answer to me was no, because I'm faithful. And I believe in my God. And I believe that God is,
hallelujah,
that God is preparing me for my mate. And I'm like, okay, cool.
That hope.
Yeah, she has the hope and she has the faith that God is going to prepare her and send her the husband that she is supposed to have. Cool. There, on the flip side, I had talked to another one, and she was like, I'm just done with this dating game. I'm over it, because they ain't no, she just had a bad experience. I'm just over it. I don't even want to date no more. And
she need to read my book.
She's like, I'm just over it. And it hurt me to hear her say that, because I'm like, don't give up.
You sound like Shantae, and Shantae's got a man.
I'm just like, don't give up. No, it's not because I got a man. I'm like, I want you to have. But I think everybody deserves to be happy and to know what love feels like. But if there is something going on and it's not working out continuously, the common denominator is you. What? Is that not right?
It's called self-esteem.
And not even self-esteem, but there is something going on. If you're attracting the same type of guy, if things are going wrong or something is not working, then you have to look within self.
Do some self-evaluation.
Some self-evaluation and say, okay, what am I doing to attract this type of person? Okay, what am I doing to run these people off? What am I doing? Am I too bossy? Am I not confident enough? Am I this and that? And yeah, you do need to read his book because he talks about all this stuff. But there are some things that you have to look at. I had to do it myself.
Go get that therapist like Molly did.
Yeah, you gotta look aside. You gotta see what kind of deep-rooted issues you may have.
Deep-rooted issues. I heard. I'm gonna close it on this. What's his name? Charlamagne the God said something when Charlamagne the God from the Breakfast Club. He said this when he was talking about Lil Bow Wow. He said, "And the truth shall set you free, but first you got to know what lies is holding you hostage." I was like, brother, that's something you can take home. Well, Keisha, boy, Pickett.
Ow.
Anything else you want to say to the people? Tell them your social. Tell them how to follow you. Tell them how to find you. I'm not going to give you all these links, but pickettpr.com, iamboss.biz, and blackandthebay.com. That's where you can find me. Keisha, or Pickett Public Relations Group on Facebook, Pickett PR Pro on Instagram, and Pickett PR on Twitter. And everything else. If you go to those websites, all my links are there. All my Twitter handles and all that are there. Get a ooh for your Soras out in the building. Speakers
hey, Soras.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This was fun.
You will be back. We will do this again.
Yes, we can do this
again. We'll do this again. Don't tell anybody where we at. This is a new location. We working on some things. So shh. Stay tuned. Holla at your boy. Dollar Making Sense every Wednesday. I'm going to try to keep doing it as long as my pockets can stand it. Look me up. IG. Everything is SQ Dollar. It's going to be on the screen at some point. If it ain't there, nah. But anyway, appreciate it. Y'all be easy.
Bye.